Hello again, friends, how are you? It's been, what, a while, 2 weeks or so I made my last video. Let's start off with this video with an announcement that I made 1 week ago on Friday. A couple of transactions in my portfolio. I added a completely new position on flowtraders, which will be the topic of this 2-minute drill video. This will be about flowtraders. And I also added a little bit more Alibaba to my portfolio. So those are the 2 transactions I made a week ago on Friday. And if you stick till the end of this video, I will show you at the end of this video my complete stocks and ETFs portfolio, how it stands today on, 2nd of December. So let's get on with it. Let's start with the 2-minute drill on flowtraders, stock analysis on flowtraders. And at the end of the video, you will see the portfolio. Let's go. So, what is flowtraders? Flowtraders is a liquidity provider for ETPs, exchange-traded products. Among ETPs are ETFs, exchange-traded funds, ETNs, exchange-traded notes, and ETCs, exchange-traded commodities. Whenever Flow buys or sells an ETP, they sell or buy the underlying security or another instrument with similar exposure. They work kind of as a middleman, making sure that bid and ask prices in the market, kind of supply and demand of ETPs, find each other every second in the market. And those that want to sell can sell immediately, and those that want to buy can buy immediately. Flow does not bet on the direction of the market. Is the market going to be up or down? It only concentrates on bid and ask spread, where the profit for Flow is made. So, as some of you might remember if you watched the Gazprom video, this is going to be a 2-minute drill where I try to very concisely explain to you why I decided to invest on flow traders, and a little bit in the end touch also on the risks related to flow traders. So let's go. Why invest in flow traders? I have 7 points here, and the first one is flow traders is a hedge against volatility in the market. Flow does not bet on the direction of the market, only on volatility. So it doesn't matter if the market goes up or the market goes down, as long as there is volatility, Flow makes money. For example, we can take a look quickly here at Flow stock prices, how it has developed during this pandemic. And it gives you a pretty good idea already how the stock price reacts to the volatility in the market. And as you probably guessed or know, when corona pandemic started, obviously there was huge volatility in the market. For example, VIX chart can be used to measure the amount of volatility in the market. This VIX only relates to Standard & Poor's 500, but that serves as a pretty good benchmark on the volatility, global volatility in the stock market. And as said, more volatility, the more money flow traders make. And yep, I'm predicting the volatility to continue also in the future. And point number 2, we continue from the volatility topic. For example, flow traders is doing business around cryptocurrencies also nowadays. Cryptocurrencies is something I don't hold. I'm probably not going to tell in this video why I don't hold them. Probably needs an individual video to talk about cryptocurrencies. Probably I will do it later. But right now I don't own any cryptocurrencies. But flow traders handles cryptocurrencies too. So I'm kind of exposed to cryptocurrencies without owning any cryptocurrencies with flow traders. And talking about volatility, that is an asset class that definitely is volatile. So more things happening with the cryptocurrencies, more money is flow traders probably going to make. And point number 3, flow traders also pays dividend. So it's a hedge play that also pays dividend. And here I can put on the screen the dividend payout ratio, so you can take a quick look at that. What kind of dividends has flow traders paid to investors during the recent years? Point number 4. Flow traders' business and the addressable market is growing, and growing pretty fast. ETPs have been growing from the beginning of the century, constantly with even increasing rate, and it seems that the growth will only continue in the future. I would claim the more people invest in ETPs, it will lead to more volatility in the market, which eventually will lead to better business opportunities for Flow, as there is more money moving in the ETPs market. My prediction is that also the volatility will be bigger in the future. Number 5, the market sentiment now, when we are kind of past of the COVID pandemic, but kind of still in the COVID pandemic, as there is great uncertainty around the Omicron variant. Is it going to be dangerous for us or not that dangerous? Nobody knows. There is great uncertainty in the market. But before this time, like starting from the summer, everything in stock market was pretty optimistic, everything pretty calm, and not too much volatility actually during 2021. So what I'm sensing here is that things are a little bit too calm, maybe even calm before the storm, as they say. And yeah, I'm with the money printing and the money printing that will save the economy forever and stocks will only go to the moon all the time. I'm not believing that to continue too much longer anymore. So I'm expecting something happening with the volatility, and volatility, as said many times already during this video, will lead to greater profits for Flow. So I just saw that Flow, because of this, is a good fit to my portfolio at the moment. Point number 6, continuing kind of from the previous point number 5. This is a hedge. Flow is a hedge that can stay profitable even in badder years for them, quieter years when there's not so much volatility in the market. They are still making profit despite that. And as said, when there is volatility in the market, like there was the whole 2020, they will make absolutely great amount of money. So I really like the fact that they stay profitable in every market condition, whether it is good for them or bad for them. And again, as long as there are people making decisions in the stock market, I'm expecting volatility to continue always in the future. People in the market are not rational, and there will be times of panic, whether it is for a good reason or a bad reason or a reason not at all for panic. There is panic, and it happens often when you look at a little bit longer time period in years in the stock market. There are always something going on. There is always some crisis that will cause volatility. So in those times when your other stocks might be a little bit tanking and going down, there is Flow who can make money during those times. And finally, the point number 7, a little bit different from the previous points. Flow shares a portion of their profits with their employees, which obviously costs something for us investors, but I have to say I love a firm myself that keeps talent and rewards talented people for good results. This is done at flowtraders via buybacks to fund employee incentive plans the company has in place. I just want to see that this is a thing. I just want to say that this is a thing I love in the world of business today, that there are companies that truly reward their employees for exceptional results, and Flow seems to be a company that does this. I believe this works as a motivation booster for the workers, the employees of Flow, and they will give obviously them good energy to chase even better results in the future when they know that they are being rewarded for their efforts. Also another thing, when employees obviously are happy, and I'm sure they are happy with good compensation they are receiving, they are more likely to stay with the firm longer, and this will reduce the number of employee turnover, which can be destructive for any company when you have to train new people all the time, and your best, most experienced, most talented people are leaving the company. That should be a thing every company, I think, should be avoiding. And in regards to Flow's employees, I've also found out that the number of employees at Flow is constantly growing, so you might say that that's a good indicator of where the company is going. It's growing and hiring more people all the time, so it seems like a good thing. At least looking here superficially, it seems like a good thing. Well, what about the risks with Flow traders? Firstly, I must admit to you that this company, financial technology, is not inside my circle of competence. And I know what you think now. Now you go, at least the true value investors on the other side of the camera go like, why are you then investing in this if you're not an expert on this? Well, let me tell you. I do understand how important it is to invest in companies inside circle of your competence, as Munger and Buffett, for example, talk about. But with studying, you are able to broaden your circle of competence, and I have tried to do that myself with flow traders. Completely new industry to me. I didn't know anything before digging into flow traders, but I tried to study and learn also in the future more about flow traders so that I can be even more confident if I want to, for example, invest more money than I already did to flow traders. So studying is what I will do. I have done it somewhat. I at least a little bit of flow traders, but I do understand that I should probably know a bit more. But when there is circle of competence, there is too another concept, at least made famous by Monish Pabrai, called shameless cloning, which basically means copying investors more intelligent than you or me. And Monish Pabrai has said to been doing this, and there's nothing wrong in shameless cloning. In my opinion, you can copy people you trust, and nothing to be ashamed about in shameless cloning. But okay, this flow traders idea, obviously I didn't got that myself. I got it from a person that I trust, that has this person has convinced me that he or she, I cannot tell you who this person is because I don't know if I have a permission to it, but let's just say that I have been following this person such a long time that I value his or her opinions, and I trust those opinions, in this case with flow traders. So I am kind of doing shameless cloning with flow traders right here. But I want to say that I wouldn't be cloning or copying shamelessly anyone if I didn't feel like I understand somewhat the bigger picture, the greater story behind the company, why investing in it could become successful. I hope you understood what I tried to say here. So this is kind of in the fringes, on the outside circle of my circle of competence, even after studying, but I will try to study more, and I had reason to trust another person that this flow traders could be a good thing, so I did it, and I will try to just keep on studying more so that I can be even more confident in the future investing in flow traders, let's say so. And what is life if you cannot trust in anyone's opinion or trust anyone? I feel like it is also kind of a skill in investing to find those people you can listen to and from the people who you can learn from. And I, at least when I'm convinced of some person, I want to trust that person's opinion. So even though you are the one making all decisions and you need to know everything about the company and stock you're investing in, what is life again if you don't trust anyone? I don't know. I at least want to trust people, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't be the one taking the responsibility on the investment. I am always, in every case, 100% responsible myself of the investing. And that applies also to anyone watching this video. If you think you got, as said, I'm not giving out financial advice here because I'm not a person who can do it. I'm just telling you my opinions on certain things in investing. But if you start your own research after something I found or said here, I just want to stress and highlight, in the end, it's always you who is 100% responsible of your investing. Not your mother, not your sister, not your friend, not your dog. It's always 100% you. And that's the thing with every investment you're going to do. So never complain if you lose money in investing. The fault is always yours. Never complain it was somebody else's fault. It never is. Alright, second point on risks. With flow traders, I think you have your typical risks with IT, cybersecurity, unethical behavior of traders. But as this kind of things seem to me being pretty much everyday stuff for flow, I trust that flow traders must have experts working on these areas, tackling these issues, because they are so central for the whole company. So I'm putting my faith to flow traders of tackling these issues before anything bad happens. One risk, though, I need to admit scares me a bit in investing to flow traders, and that is regulatory risks. I am not a financial regulator expert myself, by no means, but what I kind of gives me a little bit peace of mind is that flow traders seems to be serving the market by providing it with liquidity. So they are needed in this investing ecosystem we have. They play a vital role there. So that's why I think as they serve us all, they have a license to continue to operate their business, if you know what I mean. But I do admit right here that I would need to be reading a bit more about the regulatory risks, which is something I try to do, study more about flow traders and their industry. But as said, I feel confident that they have a role, they have an important role to play in this whole ecosystem of investing. That's why I think they are being allowed to continue their operations as they are, or that's what I hope. So to conclude here, flow seems to me truly to be a nice balancing act where you buy the stock when everything is calm on the market and sell when the stuff hits the fan big time, so to speak. Something I think I will try to do with this stock in the future. COVID pandemic seemed to prove their business model is truly working. This is a nice hedge that pays dividend also to my portfolio, and it fits there right now along with other stocks I have there. And as reminded, in the end of this video we will check my portfolio, how it stands on 2nd of December when I'm filming this. But still, to say about flow traders, it kind of reminds me a little bit of cyclical stocks, for example like Gazprom and natural gas, or Lundin Mining and copper, which I used to own previously, but I don't own Lundin anymore. You kind of need to play flow stock also like cyclical stock, I would almost say. There is something similar to them. If you're interested in knowing more about what is a cyclical stock, by the way, I suggest you read Peter Lynch's One Up on Wall Street book, an excellent book, where I remember there's a dedicated chapter on cyclical stocks too. Or then search it on YouTube. There is surely good videos explaining it to you, or just Google it. So what is a cyclical stock, and you will get a hold of it too. But hey, this was again 1 2-minute drill on flow traders now, and to conclude this video, I will, as promised, I will now show you how my portfolio stands today, 2nd of December, when I'm filming this. So let's check it out here in the end and then conclude the video. So here we have it, my portfolio today when filming 2nd of December 2021. As you can see, the big changes there is that I added a little bit of Alibaba stock, just a little bit to the position that is already the biggest one in my portfolio. And as you can see, there is flow traders as a new position with 8%. Basically, what can be said right here is that over 50% of my money at the moment with stocks and ETFs in my portfolio is in Alibaba, Franklin FTSE China, ETF, Gazprom, 8% of cash at the moment. That is my cash position available for additional buys. Then the new position flow traders, and then you go with 6% of my portfolio with Berkshire Hathaway and Alphabet, Google that is. So if you want to take a closer look at all the positions, stocks and ETFs and cash right here, I suggest you stop the video now. You can stop it now and take a look at this as long as you like. But now I thank you all for this video. I hope you check the next one out too. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, do so, and you will not miss any updates coming up also in the future. Thank you for watching the video, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.